School Reach. I'm Tom, and I'll be your host for this game between Nepean and Borden. Now the players can introduce themselves. In this match, we have
Shia, Adam, Jacques, Brendan, Ian,
Chris. We'll play 3 rounds of questions with a minute break between each round. Now, if the scorekeeper is ready, let's begin. During what war were the words of the U.S. national anthem written by Francis Scott? Yes.
the War of 1812,
Yes. What is a female singing voice or part between soprano and contralto?
Alta, tenor,
No, it's mezzo-soprano. What is the second stomach of birds called?
the crop,
Sorry, that's incorrect.
gizzard,
That's correct. What is the science of designing instruments or systems patterned after living things?
bioengineering,
That's incorrect.
biotechnology,
Yeah. Sorry, the correct answer is bionics. 30-point open question on biology. Of what is an insect's exoskeleton composed? Chris.
Chai,
Yes. If you are ophidian, what kind of animal are you? You're a snake. For that. What is the only mammal that has venom glands? Correct.
snake,
It's the duck-billed platypus snakes, not the mammals. Mythology. In Arthurian legend, who is the father of King Arthur? Ian.
Uther Pendragon,
That's correct. Around what cape is the phantom ship, the Flying Dutchman, supposed to sail?
the Cape of Good Hope,
That's also correct. In English literature, who is the queen of the fairies?
Tania,
That's incorrect. It's Queen Mab. In this 2-part team question, whichever team is first to answer correctly the 5-point scramble question in part 1 is then eligible for the remaining 10-point questions in part 2. Part 1, scramble for 5 points. This empire was established at Versailles as a result of the Franco-Prussian War.
the German Empire,
That's correct. Now these questions are for Nepean only. The remaining questions deal with the German Empire. King Wilhelm of what German state became Emperor Wilhelm I?
Prussia,
That's correct. The new Germany was united largely through the efforts of what Iron Chancellor?
Bismarck,
That's also correct. After Germany's defeat in World War I, Kaiser Wilhelm II abdicated, and the German Republic was replaced by a state commonly referred to as?
the Weimar Republic,
That's also correct. 40-point open question on anthropology. In what area of Tanzania did Louis Leakey make many of his archaeological guesses?
the Hadar Triangle,
That's not what I was looking for. Make many of his archaeological discoveries.
Zanzibar,
The answer I was looking for was Olduvai Gorge. What is the first of man's predecessors to control and use fire?
the Neanderthal,
That's not what I was looking for.
Homo erectus,
That's correct. In what geological epoch do we live?
the Pleistocene,
That's incorrect.
the Post-Cambrian,
That's also incorrect. The correct answer is the Quaternary epoch. Peking man is a fossil specimen of what pre-human species?
Homo habilis,
That's incorrect. It's Homo erectus again. 20-point open question on law. Montana is one of two states that still allow this form of capital punishment.
hanging,
That's correct. What is the other state that still legalizes death by hanging? Attachment.
Texas?
That's incorrect. Alabama? It's Washington. 80 15-point assigned question on Indiana. You know how to do this, starting with Natasha. Who gave Canada 12 white swans as a centennial of Confederation gift? Natasha. And that's incorrect. John. That's also incorrect. It's Queen Elizabeth II. Formed as a militia unit at St. John's, Newfoundland in 1708, what is the oldest continuing military unit in North America?
The Royal Dragoons.
That's not correct.
Royal Canadian Highlanders.
The answer is the Royal Newfoundland Militia. For Shield, what social club was formed by the Northwest Company in 1785, its membership restricted to those who had spent a winter in the fur country? Ian?
Polar Bear Club.
It's in fact the Beaver Club. For Adam, what was the former name of Ottawa, which was renamed on being selected as the capital of Canada?
Bytown.
That's correct. For Jacques, what was the unwanted cargo that Irish immigrants brought to Grasse Île, Quebec in 1832? Potatoes. Natasha? A little closer, the answer here is cholera. For Brendan, built by John Molson in 1809, what was the first steamboat to operate on the St. Lawrence?
Canadian.
That's incorrect. Matt?
The Blue.
The answer is the accommodation. For Ian, what was the location of Upper Canada's capital before it was established at York?
Kingston.
Shield?
Toronto.
Answer is Newark. And for Chris, who assessed Canada as being two nations warring in the bosom of a single state?
Trudeau.
That's incorrect.
John MacDonald.
The correct answer is Lord Durham. Now a 30-point open question on religion. Who founded the Jesuit order?
Ignatius Loyola.
That's correct. According to the traditional Roman Catholic teaching, where do innocent, unbaptized people go when they die? Jacques?
Purgatory.
That's not what I did.
Hell.
The correct answer is limbo. According to the Mormons, who received the Book of Mormon from an angel? Brendan?
St. Peter.
The answer is Joseph Smith. 40-point snap break to end the round. What substance composes 66% or more of most living cells? Jacques?
Water.
That's correct. Whose head appears on the current Canadian $2 bill? Adam?
Queen Elizabeth II.
That's correct. For almost 5 centuries, what was the title borne by the eldest son of the kings of France? Jacques?
Dauphin.
That's correct. What British Governor General appointed Canada's first responsible government in the 1840s? Chris? Borden?
Durham.
It's Lord Elgin. What did break for round 2?
The score?
The score is 40 for Borden, 115 for Nepean.
Okay, substitutions? Okay, you want to substitute now? Okay, Ray, you want to just try your button, okay? See how it works, reset, and try it again, Ray. See how it works. And everybody else, Borden, we didn't get a chance to try it out. Ray, press again. Okay, everybody on Borden, Tom, leave it on. Everybody press, 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 press. See, just press, you're locked out, okay? Reset, 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 Tom. And Natasha, press. Everybody else, press, 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 press. No, 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 Tom, give them a chance to see that the lockout works. So anybody who wants to come up with a better buzzer system, great, because these things are falling apart. But it's got to work so that only one light stays on and the others have to be cut out, definite cut out. It's terrible when you have two lights on. Okay, so, Shale, do you want to try it again? Okay, everybody press, 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 press. works. See? Okay, everybody's ready to go. Tom, let's get on with it.
Okay, for the beginning of round 2, we have Ray substituting for Adam and Borden. Snap break, or snap open. What is the process of registering voters during an election? Brendan?
Enumeration.
That's correct. What hurricane in 1954 caused 80? Brendan?
Hurricane Hazel.
That's correct. Is an electron negative or positive? Natasha?
Negative.
That's correct. Name the female star of the TV series Murder, She Wrote. Shield.
Angela Lansbury.
That's also correct. What am I? This question is worth 40 points if you guess the answer on the first clue and 10 points less with each succeeding clue until either team answers the question correctly. First clue. It is said that I was looked upon as a symbol for Canadians as early as 1700, if not before. Brendan?
The beaver.
That's incorrect. Ray?
Maple Leaf.
That's correct for 40 points. 30 points on physical geography. What is the name given to the cumulus cloud often spread out in the shape of an anvil extending to great heights?
Cirrocumulus.
That's incorrect. Chris? That's the correct answer is cumulonimbus. What would I call the peak of an ocean wave? Brendan?
The crest.
That's correct. A smooth mound of glacial debris with the longitudinal axis parallel. Finish.
A berm.
No. With a smooth mound of glacial debris with the longitudinal axis parallel to the direction of ice movement.
Doldrum.
That's also incorrect. The correct answer was Gremlin, which you might have got. Yes, finish. 30-point open question on math. You won't need a pencil for these. What term describes the average value of the quantities?
Mean.
Yeah.
Yes. What type of fraction is one in which the numerator is less than the denominator? Brendan?
A proper fraction.
That's correct. In algebra, what type of expression consists of two terms, such as a plus b or a minus b? Natasha?
Binomial.
That's correct. 40 points on exploration. Archaeological excavations in Monceau Meadow in Newfoundland confirm whose visits to the shield?
Vikings.
That's correct. What were the names of the 2 villages visited by Cartier when he was exploring the St. Lawrence? Ray?
Pashalag instead of one.
That's correct. Pierre Chauvin, the Sieur de Chasse, and the Sieur de Mont operated early fur trade ventures. Who did they all employ as a geographical expert? Ray?
Etienne Brulé.
That's incorrect.
Samuel de Champlain.
That is what I have here. What was the name of the RCMP ship that became the first vessel to circumnavigate North America in 1950? Brendan?
The Bounty.
That's incorrect. Ray?
HMS Assiniboine.
The answer is the St. Roch. Okay, we have an 80-point open question on classical jazz. We play the first piece.
Stop tape.
The name of this piece is Pierrot Lunaire. Identify the composer of this work. Ian.
Bertolt Brecht.
That's incorrect. The correct answer is Arnold Schoenberg. What was the method of composition? What method of composition made Schoenberg notorious? The answer is the 12-tone method. I think that too.
Stop tape.
Name the artist and the album from which this selection, So What, is taken. The answer is Miles Davis, and the album is Kind of Blue. Miles Davis has been credited with developing the style of jazz. What style of jazz is this called? It's cool.
Contemporary jazz?
No, it's cool jazz. It's like kind of free. We are no longer on classical jazz. Identify the music and the composer. It's The Rite of Spring by Stravinsky. In what city did this ballet premiere? Ian.
Leningrad.
That's incorrect. Ray.
Vienna.
Paris is the correct answer. Who's playing four?
Front tape. Name the suite from which this selection is taken, created by Gustav Holst. Ray.
Bolero.
It's incorrect. Created by Gustav Holst. Ian.
The planets.
That's correct. That was Mars. What are the only two planets not represented in the suite? Brendan.
Pluto and Neptune?
It's incorrect. Ray.
Venus and Saturn.
The correct answers are Pluto and Earth. And that's the end of music. 30-point open question on sports teams. Terms. What is a ski race down a zigzag course called?
Slalom?
That's correct. In horse racing, what term means 1/8 of a mile? Ian.
A furlong.
That's correct. In golf, what is a score of one stroke over par? Nimesh.
An eagle?
Chris.
Bogey?
That's correct. 40-point snap break at the end of the round. What Canadian political columnist writes for Maclean magazine as
Fotheringham?
That's correct. In what country does sherry originate? Ray.
England.
That's incorrect. Brendan.
Australia?
The correct answer is Spain. What were France's two 17th century colonies in Canada? Ray.
St. Pierre and Miquelon.
That's incorrect. Brendan.
Quebec and Acadia?
That's incorrect. New France is what we would call that.
I think we'll take Quebec.
Okay. What is the name of Canada's television awards? Ian.
The Geminis.
That's correct. Oh, we have a 1-minute break until round 3.
And the score?
And the score is 150 for Borden and 225 for Nepean.
Okay, get on with it.
Okay. 40-point snap start to end to begin round 3. Give another name for Holland. Brendan.
The Netherlands?
That's correct. What is the largest chain of movie theaters in Canada? Jock.
Cineplex Odeon?
That's also correct. What is the name of the ship on the Canadian dime? Chris.
The Blue Nose?
That's correct. What are the units used to measure energy? Natasha. That's correct. We have a 40-point team question. In this 2-part team question, whichever team is first to answer correctly, the 5-point scramble question in part 1 is then eligible for the remaining 10-point questions in part 2. Part 1, scramble for 10 points. What Canadian Prime Minister, first elected to Parliament in 1965, gained the leadership of the Liberal Party in 1968? Chris.
Trudeau.
That's correct. The remaining questions are for Nepean only and deal with Pierre Trudeau. During the 1950s
1950s and 60s, Trudeau was a regular contributor to what Quebec journal? That's correct. Trudeau, in 1971, was married for the first time to whom?
Margaret Sinclair.
That's correct. After serving as a prime minister for 11 years, Trudeau in 1979 was defeated by what conservative leader?
Joe Clark.
That's correct. 40-point open question on geography. In what country is the province of Natal? Brendan.
South Africa.
That's correct. In what U.S. state is Boston the capital? Brendan.
Massachusetts.
That's correct. Budapest was created.
Hungary. Hungary.
No. Budapest was created by the union of what two cities? Ian.
Borden.
What is the northernmost lander of Germany? Brendan.
Hamburg.
That's incorrect. Ray.
Düsseldorf.
The correct answer is Schleswig-Holstein. 30-point open question on history. Identify the following rulers. Who was the first Christian emperor of Rome? Natasha.
Constantine?
That's correct. Which Babylonian emperor built the Hanging Gardens of?
Nebuchadnezzar.
That's correct. Who was the Mongol conqueror of northern China? Brendan.
Genghis Khan.
That's correct. 40-point open question on movies. I will give you the titles of 3 movies. You tell me the names of the city in which each was set. The Blues Brothers. Jacques.
Boston.
That's incorrect. The Blues Brothers, Brian Song, and T.R. Baskin.
New Orleans.
Correct answer is Chicago. Gigi. Ian.
Paris.
Correct. Time After Time. The Maltese Falcon. Ian.
San Francisco.
That's correct. The Picks. Lies My Father Told Me. And The Apprenticeship of Betty Kravitz. Ian.
Montreal.
That's correct. 160 point snap out to end the game. What liqueur is flavored from the dried peel of sour oranges? Ray.
Grand Marnier.
That's incorrect. Chris. Also correct. The correct answer is Curacao. What was the name of the breakaway republic engaged in a civil war with Nigeria from 1967 to 1917? Ray.
Lesotho.
That's correct. Ian.
Biafra.
That's correct. On what continent would the aardvark be found in its natural habitat? Ian.
Africa.
That's correct. What is a person called when he is born within earshot of the Bow Church? Yes.
Cockney.
That's correct. What is the genus and species name for contemporary man? Brendan.
Homo sapien.
That's correct. What is the name of the legendary serpent that turned its victims to stone? Brendan.
Medusa.
That's incorrect. So,
Hydra.
the correct answer is the basilisk. What Canadian company developed the Canadarm? Jacques.
Spar Aerospace.
That's correct. How many are in a baker's dozen? Chris.
13.
That's correct. What Canadian football team was the first to play on artificial turf? Ray.
Tiger-Cats.
That's incorrect. Chris.
Montreal.
The correct answer is the British Columbia Lions. What was the original name of the RCMP as established in 18... Yes.
Northwest Mounted Police.
That's correct. What did Sir Humphrey Gilbert claim for Elizabeth the First? Queen Elizabeth? Yes. Natasha.
Virginia.
Hmm?
State of Virginia.
That's incorrect.
Gibraltar.
In 1583, he claimed Newfoundland. What is Canada's oldest provincial university? Brendan.
Dalhousie.
That's incorrect. Shield.
Again.
The correct answer is the University of Toronto. Upon what mountain did Noah's Ark come to rest?
Ararat.
That's correct. And the final score is 440 for Nepean, 180 for
Okay, quizmasters and scorekeeper, if you can give question packs to the 2 teams, great. Let's get on with the last game then. Representative from Confederation representative. And this guard, get ready. Confederation representative. Confederation's ready.